Hey, how you doing? Justin here with another awesome Albert King lick for you. This one is one of his little trademarks. He uses it all the time. It's a fantastic little lick. Lots of kind of interesting things, but it's staying within the minor pentatonic scale. So let's get to a close-up and check it out. A little slower. Okay, so we're in A minor pentatonic, box 1. We're starting with the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the thinnest string, and we're going to do a tone bend, then a curl, so just a bit of a bend, not a half note bend, just a little bit of a bend. And then we're going to finish on the 5th fret of the thinnest string. Now we've got the little ending part. Okay, so we're starting here the 5th fret again of the thinner string, then 8th fret to 5th fret, flick off, little finger to 1st finger on the 2nd string, a bend with the 3rd finger, tone bend on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, mute, bring it back down again, 7 to 5, flick off, 3rd finger to 1st finger on the 3rd string again, 7th fret of the 4th string, back to 5th fret on the 3rd string, then 7th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret on the 5th string. Okay, so we got this 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and up to E and a 3, 4 E and A. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and up to E and a 3, 4 E and A. Okay? Now, it's really important that you get that rhythm right. So it's nothing on beat 1. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That first part. 1. Okay, so make sure you get that right. It seems really simple, but to make it sound like the record is not simple at all. Simple often isn't easy. Getting the right vibrato there with the 1st finger, the thinnest string vibrato is always the hardest because you've got to push up instead of pushing down and having it off the neck. Okay, and then we've got this little part at 16th notes. And it's the little gap that makes it such an Albert King kind of classic. It's this. Having that little gap after the bend. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. Okay, so not having anything on beat 2. Okay, make sure that's a mute there with your picking hand. We'll do a look at that in a second. But pick, pick, flick, bend, mute. And that's where it's released. So bend, mute, release, pick, flick, note, and then nice vibrato there on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And those last notes are pretty quick. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and up to E and a 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and up to E and a 3, 4 E and. Okay, so the picking for this, we're using down picks for that first bar. 1, down, down, down. Then we're using down, up, flick off, down, mute. Up, flick off, down, up, down, up. Okay, sometimes I'm doing a drag, both upstrokes on those last two, but you know. Okay, recommend that you stay with down, up really. I think it sounds a bit better. Again, the whole pattern, 1, down, 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 up, flick, down, up, flick, down, up, down, up. Now that you've learnt this lick, a really cool thing to be doing would be going to listen to some Albert King, particularly maybe the Born Under a Bad Sign album, and see how many times you can spot this lick. Now, an interesting thing just to make sure that you're aware of, Albert played the guitar with the strings the other way around, so the thinner string on the top. So when he was doing bends and stuff, he played it quite differently, and it seems to me that he was in a funny tuning as well, because when I see him play that lick, it doesn't really make sense to what I'm hearing and seeing at the same time. I'm like, that doesn't look like he's doing that. I'm sure he's not miming, right? So it's quite possible he had a different tuning going on as well as being upside down. Not 100% certain about that, but either way, I don't think he played this lick exactly the same way, but your job, if you want to accept it, is to try and play the lick so it sounds exactly the same. Because no one's going to be looking or worried about the way that you're playing it to look like. What they are going to be concerned with is how it sounds. So make sure you listen to a load of Albert King and make sure that you get that lick sounding just the same as he does. See you for plenty more licks very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.